You ever see that meme with the two Spider-Men staring at each other, pointing at each other, and it's supposed to symbolize that they're two, identical people immersed in a battle? That's what I think of when I see this Oklahoma State and Utah game that's taking place this Saturday. These are two teams that are very similar in nature going up against each other. I'll explain why. This is a Big 12 matchup, and this is what I was talking about going into the newly renovated conference play that we're seeing in various conferences in college football this year. Weather. It's going to be a factor in this game. It's going to be 95 degrees at kickoff in Stillwater on Saturday, and the heat in Oklahoma is very different than the heat in Utah, and I think it's something that the Utes are going to have to adjust to. Teams going into different climates, different weather situations than they've been in before. It's just something that you have to take into account. I mean, when you have teams playing on opposite coasts of each other, different terrains. Utah plays in a mountain terrain, and they're coming down to the plains to play this Saturday. It's a completely different weather and climate situation. So it'll be interesting to see how they adjust to that. Not saying that it's gonna have a negative impact on them, but it's definitely something to factor into your thought process when you're evaluating this game and how it could potentially go. A lot of this game is going to depend on the health of Cam Rising, Utah's quarterback. He's currently expected to play, but he suffered a finger injury. He has stitches right now. And typically, when quarterbacks face a finger injury, it's one of the most detrimental that they can face because it impacts that flick, it impacts their throwing motion. They don't have as much finesse and accuracy as they usually do. So the question is, how much is that finger injury going to affect Cam Rising, his delivery, his accuracy in this game? A stat that I do like about Utah going into this game is that they allow only 3.1 yards per rush and 109 rushing yards per game, which isn't bad. And it's important to consider in the context of this game, as they're going to be going up against Ollie Gordon, one of the best running backs in college football. They're going to have to contain him. That's going to be a huge part of their game plan. They have the personnel and defense to do that. And it's also important to consider that Utah's defense allows 11 points per game right now. That's very low. That's remarkable. And it's important to consider because you have a quarterback in Cam Rising who's experienced. He's a veteran, but he's facing that finger injury. So if he's not as sharp as he usually is there enough girth on defense to rise to the occasion and keep Utah competitive and put them in a position late in the game to pull this game off, whether it's through the air or on the ground? Do they have the bandwidth to do that? Yes, they do on defense. That's a huge advantage for the Utes in this game. Oklahoma State's offense, it's been rolling, and I'm not surprised because there's a lot of veterans on this offense. Guys have been there for a long time. Alan Bowman, the 7th-year senior. It sounds crazy even saying that. Ollie Gordon, Brennan Presley. Guys have been there for a very long time, and they have the stats to back up that they're cohesive, and they've been doing this thing together for a long time. 42.7 points per game. This offense can attack you in a variety of ways. And like I was saying, this is one of those games where there's a lot of similarity between these two teams. Two veteran quarterbacks in Alan Bowman and Cam Rising. Two seasoned head coaches, Mike Gundy and Kyle Whittingham. These guys have been at it since I was in elementary school. They're very seasoned, experienced guys, and they're no stranger to high-pressure games like this. And two very experienced teams. These are older guys, a lot of juniors, a lot of seniors, a lot of grad students on both of these respective squads. Guys that have been playing together for a very long time. There's something that I noticed from the high school recruiting pool in upstate New York, and the high school football landscape up there. There were teams that had a system where guys played together from the time that they were in Pop Warner to in high school. And those were always the most dominant teams. the same thing with Oklahoma State and Utah. These guys have been playing with each other for a very long time. They know each other intimately. There's a lot of chemistry on both these squads, and it's going to be an incredible showdown. Not to mention, this game was also my pick for the Big 12 championship this year. I think it's going to live up to the hype. I gave a lot of thought into this game, but I like Utah to win 31-27. I think they're going to squeak this out in the end. I think the defense is going to put their offense in a position to seal this game in the fourth quarter, and I think Cam Rising, Brant Keith, and the boys will deliver. Utah's favored by 2.5 to win. This is a coin flip. If I'm wrong on this game, I'll eat crow. But I don't think that I will in December when these two face off again in Arlington. I think that's what's going to happen, and this game will serve as a preview to that, and I can't wait to watch. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you and the time that you took out of your day to watch the video, and if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like the video and share it, as well as subscribe to The Era. The more likes and subscribers I get on this channel, the more resources I can attain, and the more resources I can attain, the more value I can provide to you, the viewer. And that is how I show my appreciation for you for the time that you devote to watching my videos. So thank you so much, and have a great day.